Continue.
Yeah.
So first of all, let me go back to that employee attribute part. Okay.
Hmm.
Go to SAP reference IMG.
Yeah.
Recording has been started, na? Yeah. Okay. Then we will go to personal management.
Hmm.
Then we have
Yeah. Org management.
personal administration. First, we will go to personal administration. Then we have organization data,
Hmm.
organization assignment, and we will see the define employee attribute. Okay.
Yeah.
So here we are not seeing the new entry option. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah.
So again, I like checked it and I found that see, we have already created the relationship between the employee group and employee subgroup. Okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
In under enterprise structure, under the assignment, we have created the relationship between employee group and employee subgroup. Okay.
Hmm.
So we have created two employee subgroup uh, for our first employee group and two other subgroup for like we linked them together.
Yeah. Second one. Yeah.
These four entries. Okay. So
Hmm.
the reason why we are not getting the entry here, because if suppose if I create some entry and that is not existing in the system. Okay. I have not
Hmm.
created any employee group, I have not created any employee subgroup, and if I directly create an entry and I will give some name and this, so it will it will create an error because the data is already not there in the system. We haven't created any we have suppose I want to create C employee group and D and E as its employee subgroup. Okay. But I
Hmm.
haven't created them under the enterprise structure. Okay. So they are not existing in the system. They are not already existing in the system. Okay. And if I directly create the entry here, it will
Hmm.
cause a problem because the entry is not in the database or not in the table. Okay. So that's why it is
Okay.
not allowing us to set up the employee attribute for these employee group and employee subgroup. Okay.
Hmm.
So what it does is it basically check that table and check that employee group, employee subgroup and assignment table, and it will automatically give those entry in this table. Okay. So
Okay.
we don't need to create those entry, it will automatically come here. Okay. So
Hmm.
see, I have created these four entry on the previous day. Okay. So here you can see for G, L1 is also coming, L2 is also coming, and for H
Yeah.
also L1 is coming, L2 is coming. Okay.
We
So
create them. Yeah.
similarly, this is a permanent employee and the status will be the active because it will be an active employee. This is
Hmm.
employment status. 1 second. Yeah, active employee. He is active employee. Next one, whether the employee will be a hourly worker or a salary worker. Okay. So this is a monthly employee, so it will be a salaried
So
employee. Okay?
salary.
And similarly, whether he is a trained or untrained, so we will be hiring a trained employee. We can set according to our requirement. Okay. It's not I
Hmm.
have to give two here. I can also set the employee which are hired under this group, it will be the trainee or will be the trained employee. Okay. So this is the setup I can do from my end. Okay. Are you able to hear me? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah. I can.
Okay. So again, this is the hourly employee. So active employee, he will be active employee, but he is a hourly employee. So I will set this as 1. And also I will consider him as a trainee. So I will give the value as 1. Okay. Similarly, I
Hmm.
can, this is a contractor, so he will be also active employee as of now. Or let me see if there any other retiree, early retiree. So I will just give it as 1. Employment status, monthly, so 1. Trainee or trained, I can give any value from my, according to my requirement. Hourly, I will give this value as 1. Okay, here for salaried, it will be 1, 2, and for hourly, it will be 1. Also, I can give. So these value I can maintain from my end. It has automatically fetched up from those previous employee group
Hmm.
and subgroup table. Okay. So,
Yeah. So I'll just click on save.
hmm. Okay. So it will ask you to save on which transport request you want to save, and then you can save it. Okay. So
Okay.
next topic is we have to create a payroll area. So
Hmm.
can you tell me what is a payroll area? Uh,
Yeah. Payroll area defines the pay frequency of the employee. So,
mm-hmm.
like, is it a bi-weekly or semi-monthly or like weekly employee, weekly paid employee? So when
Mm-hmm.
we run the payroll, we just
Mm-hmm.
select the payroll area and whatever the employees are coming under that payroll area, we run the payroll for that like those employees.
Okay, okay. And one more thing, it is basically used to club the employee based on their geographical location, taxation, or NT
Yeah.
pay. Okay.
Hmm.
So let me again start. Shit. So basically, we are clubbing the set of employees in a. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, I can see.
So we are basically clubbing the employee based on their geographical location, taxation, or pay frequency. Okay.
Hmm.
So what you were saying that they will be paid bi-weekly, semi-monthly, these all comes under the period parameter. Also, we can call
Hmm.
the period parameter as payroll frequency or the pay frequency
Hmm.
on on the like day basis on which either on the weekly basis, bi-weekly, semi-monthly or monthly basis, the employee will get paid. Okay.
Hmm.
So any other thing? Okay. So we have. Okay. So now we will create our payroll area. So for that, we will go to, we have already have the same path under person management. We will go to person
Hmm.
administration under organization data. We will go to organization management, and here we will see the create payroll
Yeah,
area.
create payroll area.
Okay. So here you can see I have already created two payroll areas, LA monthly and LV semi monthly. Okay. And
Hmm.
let me create another one as LC is it is already enough. LD and LE. Okay. So for this, I
Hmm.
will give the name as LD. Payroll area tax, I will give monthly, semi-monthly. I have taken. I will take by weekly or bi-weekly.
Hmm.
Yes. Run payroll for payroll area. So yes, we want the payroll to be run for this payroll area, and
Hmm.
also we will give LE and we will give bi-weekly. I'm not whether this is the first option or the second option. Let me go again. Okay. Let me select this option. Okay. Here we are getting the much more detail. Okay. For the second option. So
Okay.
this thing I want to explain you.
So if I
So I.
don't click on that check box,
Hmm.
that PA for payroll,
Yeah, yeah.
payroll for PA, something
This
like
one.
that. Yeah. So
Hmm.
if we don't click on that, then when we will run the payroll, these
Hmm.
employees
Yeah, will
we
not
will
be
not be able
run
to
this
see
payroll area.
them,
Uh,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So let
Okay.
me also try it. Okay. I haven't checked it, but let's just try run payroll for payroll area,
Mm-hmm.
validity or X or blank. Okay. So suppose there is one weekly payroll area which is marked as uncheck. Okay, LC. Okay. So let me try. So that just I am just displaying you. Okay. Slash o PC00. This is a transaction. Okay. PC00
Okay.
M40. 40 is for the Molga. Okay. For India, we will be running the payroll. Okay.
Yeah,
So
40. Hmm.
and underscore KLC. This is the transaction code PC00 underscore M40 underscore KLC. So if I go here, it will open the payroll driver for India. Okay, and I will select the
Mm.
value LC. I think it will give me different error. No valid payroll area specified. Okay, so it is
Mm.
giving me this error. No valid payroll area specified. Okay, if I try LA,
Mm.
for which I have, so here it has given me directly. It is allowing me to run the payroll area. Okay, so we will look into it
Mm.
later. As of now, I just want to show you. Or because for LA, I think I have already set up the control record. That's why it is asking me to uh, giving these detail, because for this I have already defined the payroll period. Let me
Mhm.
check if any other payroll area for which I want to find. TR, let me check. 303.
BC.
Not sure. We will look into it later. Okay. So as of now,
Okay.
just let's just try configuring the payroll area. Okay. So
Mhm.
LD and LE I have created. So I have to set up some more detail. Okay. So whether I want to run this payroll area for them, yeah, because I have already. And what is the date modifier I will be using here? Okay. And also it will ask me to set up the period parameter. Period parameter you already knowing. I have already told you. Like on what payroll frequency the payroll will be run for
Mm.
this payroll area. Okay. So this is the one I have set it as weekly. So I will be selecting the weekly payroll frequency. Okay. So
Mm.
here you can say weekly is there. So I will select the value as 03. And for Y weekly, I will go again. I will again go click on F4. I will select the payroll frequency as Y weekly. Okay. So this one 04.
04.
Okay. Next we have this LD and LE. Date modifier is the basically the standard. We generally use the standard modifier. Okay. So this is
Mm.
basically used for setting up the what you can say, the pay date for the payroll area. Okay.
Mm. Payroll area.
Hmm. So when the employee will be paid, okay. So this
Mm.
basically this date modifier is basically used to define that. Okay, and let me check
Okay.
what. So 00 or 01, it is I think 01 is created by someone else as a standard modifier. So we generally use the date
Mhm.
modifier as the standard modifier. Or let me check if I am able to see the definition of it. Additional data with the payroll you can create instant date funds or maybe. So basically it is generally used for setting up the pay date for the payroll area. So when we run the
Mm.
what you can see the payroll for for this payroll area. Okay. So on which date the employee will be paid, it will basically set up using this date
Hello.
modifier. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, are
Yeah.
you able to?
Yeah.
So,
Now I can hear you.
so you missed something?
Yeah, like in between, I was not able to hear you.
Okay. Yeah, just I was repeating that basically the date modifier is generally we use the standard modifier. Okay. And we basically use to define uh, the pay date which is set up by us will be used like basically it is used to uh, what you can say uh, so basically it is used for defining the or using the pay
Yeah.
date
Pay
which has
date.
been, yeah, which has been mentioned by us, so we will use the standard modifier as a date modifier. Okay.
Okay.
So we have created our payroll area. Okay. So I have created these payroll area LD and LE. Okay. So we also have to uh, maintain few other things, and so we have also have to maintain the control record for these payroll area LD and LE. Okay. So if I go to PA03 and I will just give my payroll area. Okay. So if I click on
Mhm.
display, I haven't created any payroll control record, so it will not allow me to it will give the error no control record for payroll area LD. So if I
Hmm.
click on this create icon,
Hmm.
it will ask me to give the payroll period date. Okay. So
Okay.
from which date I want this payroll area to be executed. Okay.
Okay.
So suppose for India, what we can say, for India, the financial year starts from April, from 1st April to
Hmm.
31st March. Okay. So I will
Hmm.
give that payroll period as 01 and the payroll, what you can say, the year as 2023. Okay.
Hmm.
So if I click on enter, it will come to this because this is one of the earlier like
Hmm.
mandatory field. So earliest retro accounting period. You have any idea about this? What is this?
No.
Okay, so let me go back. So basically, suppose what you can say, you got hired in the month of January. Okay,
Hmm.
January 2023. Okay, and what happened is in the month of April or in the month of May, uh, you got the mail that your salary got increased. Okay, like you got a pay
Hmm.
hike, and
Hmm.
you got a pay hike from January. Okay, on the date which you have joined. Okay, and
Okay.
they are giving you the salary. So and you got a notification from the like payroll team or the other team from your company, from your HR, that you are like uh, your salary got increased in the month of January, and you haven't been paid till for this. Uh, I'm not able to explain you properly. So suppose in the month of January
So
you
yeah,
will.
like like my salary got increased from January. So
Hmm, hmm,
like
hmm,
received the email in the month of April. So
hmm,
when I'll
hmm,
get my salary for the month of April, so I'll
hmm.
get for January like the increased amount for January,
Yeah,
February,
yeah,
March, and April. The
yeah,
arrear,
yeah,
right?
yeah. That's actually what I want to say. So
Yeah.
in this case, basically it used to for these payroll area. Okay, this date is basically used to set up the retro accounting period till which date the retro will go for this payroll area. Okay, so
Okay. So then I need to select from January to
so
April.
yeah, so because mm, in this case, suppose I will give 12 2022. Suppose for this payroll area, this thing is set up as 12 2022. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
when we run the payroll area for this LD, then the payroll run will go till the date which is up to 13 March 2022. Okay.
Hmm.
So,
Okay.
now this is the April of month, and the payroll will be run for you for your payroll area. Okay. So in that case, what will happen is Mm, the payroll will go to the retro, and it will go up to the 13 March 2022. Okay. So
Hmm.
before that, if you got a salary hike from January, it will not to go back to January and will give you the amount. It will go back to the month of March, and it will see if there is any area or if there is any difference in your salary which you need to be paid, then that amount will be
Mm-hmm.
included in your salary. Okay. So
Okay.
it goes retro up to this date 12 2022 13 March 2022. Okay, before that if you have any change, you will not get that amount in your salary. Okay, so generally
Hmm.
we give the earliest retro accounting period till the uh, like last year. Okay, like from April 2022, so I can give as 01 2022. Okay. uh, Okay. So till this period,
Hmm.
your retro will go, and if there is any increment in your salary or if there is any deduction in your salary, it will go back to the previous payroll, and it will see if there is any difference there, and if whether the difference is in like positive or negative. Okay. So it will go back to this till this 26/12/2021, and it will go till the April to the current month which we are in. Okay, so you got a salary hike from January 2023. So for
Hmm.
last like it will run from 26/12/2001. It will run till uh, first 31st of December 2022. There will be no difference, and then from month of January there will be a difference of, so let's suppose, 500 rupees. Okay, so
Hmm.
you will get the 500 rupees of January, February, March, and then also from April you will be getting your exact salary. So those last 1500 rupees will get added to your salary. So basically it does the same thing. Retro means
Yeah.
the previous period till the payroll can run up to. Okay,
Hmm.
so but you got the idea what I am trying to say. I was not able to explain you properly, but you got the idea what I am trying to say, है ना?
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, this field is basically used for that purpose. Okay. So
Okay.
and another thing is this run field. Okay. So it basically denotes till how much the payroll has, how many times the payroll has been done for this payroll period. Okay. So if I run the payroll period for this LD, okay, payroll for this LD, it will mark as the run as 1. And if I again run the payroll, it will mark as 2. And if I again run the payroll, it will mark as 3. So we can run the payroll up to 99 times for any payroll area for a single period. Okay. For the next period,
Okay.
it will again give the value as run as 0, and how many we can run as many as time we want to run the payroll. Okay. Generally, it is usually done
Okay.
at the organizational level or the client level only one time. But sometimes
Yeah.
they may get the error. Then in that case, they may run the payroll again.
Yeah. Sometimes we run off cycle also.
Yeah, yeah. So that thing I will explain you later. Okay. So and then
Hmm.
we have these payroll status. So let me just give you a brief idea. These things we will cover in the payroll part or okay. So we have four kind of payroll status. Uh, First one is release for payroll. Okay. So when we are
Hmm.
planning to run the payroll for these payroll area, we will select the payroll status as release for payroll. And when this status is selected, we will not be make any master data changes to any of
Hmm.
the employee who is belonging to this payroll area. Okay.
Okay.
So if we select this status, we will not, the system will not allow us to run
Hmm.
to make any
Yeah.
master data changes to any of
Yeah.
the
System
employee.
reflect like shows the error like
Yeah.
the payroll is locked for payroll processing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And again, if we select this status release for correction, in that
Hmm.
case, the system will not allow us to run the payroll for the for this payroll area LD.
Yeah. Like the like payroll is opened for the correction.
Yeah.
Then we
So,
can make any correction in master.
yeah. So we can make any changes in the master data if we select the
Hmm.
status as release for correction.
Yeah. Okay.
Another one is check payroll result. Okay. This one is not generally used, but this is used for the purpose. Suppose you have manually calculated the entry that for this employee this amount should be this is the expected salary which he needs to be paid. Okay, but in the
Mm-hmm.
payroll run you will see that the output is coming as 11,000. So
Hmm.
there are two ways of running the payroll. One is either through the test run or either through the live payroll run. So first, basically, the companies or the client generally we do is first we run the payroll as a test run. Okay, so
Okay.
these activities are usually done by the payroll benefits team. We are not supposed to run the payroll of the employee. We can
Hmm.
do this thing in the test environment, test mode, but we are not allowed to do the payroll live payroll run from our end. Okay.
Hmm.
Also, we
Hmm.
can do the live payroll in the environment like dev environment or quali environment. We are not supposed to run the live payroll run uh, in the production environment. So we will not get the authorization to run this. Okay.
Hmm.
And so suppose I have run the
Yeah, so
payroll.
these type of screen we open. using another T code.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pay sim.
Slash so pacing. This one.
Yeah, no, that like exactly not that the transaction code. I have to check the transaction code and I'll let you know.
Mm-hmm. Was in my organization, I used to run the payroll run for the what you can say.
PA03.
Yeah, no, payroll run I will do through this transaction PC00 underscore M40 or any country name, whatever the molka of
Mm-hmm.
the country, and then
Mm-hmm.
I will type Kelsey and then I can type SIMU for simulation mode. Simulation mode is basically the test mode in which I will run the payroll. Okay.
Yeah, that was I like the same thing I was telling you. Yeah, pay
Okay.
sim.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So here it is automatically. It is you are saying it is marked as gray and
Yeah, it is
it is
already marked as test run.
and it is also
Mm.
greater, so we cannot change the status. Okay. But if I go to
Yeah,
directly in the what you can say in the payroll live run, I will get the option to either to run it in the test run or I will directly run into the live mode. Okay.
okay.
So these thing I will uh, so yeah, what I was explaining is suppose I have run the test run for this payroll area and I found that
Mm-hmm.
for some of the employee the expected amount is coming as no, the output is coming as 11,000, but the expected
Hmm.
amount was 10K. Okay.
Yeah.
So so in that case we will what we will do, we will select this stat as check payroll result. Okay, and we will manually do the what you can say. We will just verify whatever is the issue, whether is there any problem in our manual calculation or whether it is coming in the SAP calculation. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
if when we select this status as payroll check payroll result, the system will not allow us to run any payroll and also it will not allow us to make any master data changes to those employees who is belonging to this payroll area. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so in that case, we will we will analyze our payroll log. We will be analyzing our payroll log, and we will be checking what is the issue and why the output is coming incorrectly. Okay, why we are getting the incorrect amount output. Okay, and the last
Okay.
status we have is the exit payroll. Okay, so in that case,
Mm-hmm.
once we have verified all the things are correct and then after that we will run the payroll and after running the
Mm-hmm.
payroll we
Yeah,
will
we'll
mark.
click on exit. Like payroll is
Hmm.
already run
Hmm.
for this particular
Hmm.
period.
So once the payroll activity is done and the bank transfer has happened, the employee get the salary amount which they are supposed to get. After that
Mm-hmm.
we can what you can say we can select the status as exit payroll. Okay, so once we
Hmm.
select the exit payroll, okay, uh, mm, 1 second. Once we done exit payroll, okay, after that we will not be able to run the payroll for this particular period. Okay,
Yeah.
so we will not get a chance to run the payroll for this particular period after we select this exit payroll. Okay, so again if we want to run the payroll, what will happen, the once we select this release for payroll status after selecting the exit payroll status, the payroll period will we will get the next payroll period. Okay.
Payroll period. Yeah.
So let me see if I can show you. Suppose I have, okay, first I have to select the release for payroll. Okay, now if I again go back and suppose I have run the payroll and all the activities related to bank transfer and everything is done, and after I've selected exit payroll,
Mm.
okay, it has, after I clicked on this exit payroll, it has automatically taken this next period, second 2023. Let me go back. Okay, so if I select on exit payroll,
Mm.
now you can see 2023, and if I again go and if I select
Yeah.
release for
Payroll
payroll,
pay period
yeah,
will change.
yeah. So
Mm.
the payroll period has been changed to 3 2023.
Straight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it means we will not be able to run the previous payroll period now. Okay.
Yeah.
But in the system, see, we have all the authorization. So what we can do, we can, if we want to run the payroll again for that period, we can delete this entry. Okay, and then again we can
Hmm.
delete this payroll period, and then again we will what you can say, we can again create this next payroll area again. Okay, so in this
Hmm.
system we can do anything. Okay,
Okay.
so I think I have covered all the payroll status. Now there is another thing, administrator group. Okay,
Hmm.
so basically, let me go back to input type 01 slash n. I'm not sure whether I will be able to see the administration group. Huh? Okay, here we are getting.
Hmm.
So under the organization plan, you will be able to see one thing as an administrator. Okay. So
Hmm.
here we define what is the administrator role or what is this employee role, whether he is a personal admin, whether he is a time admin, whether he is a payroll admin. Okay,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
which which administrative group he belongs to. Okay, so personal admin will be having a role related to what you can say, the authorization role related to PA. Like basically
Hmm.
what we are doing is basically we will.
Yeah. That is.
Okay, okay, and then if he is a time administrator, he will be getting the roles related to time, like maintaining the other.
Time.
Yeah,
Hmm. Like
and then
overall
another one is
schedule and all these things.
yeah, another one is payroll admin. Okay, so related payroll related activities, authorization to T codes he will be having.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. So let me go back to lesson SPRO. SAP reference IMG. So again we will go back to the same path, person management. Then under person administration. Okay, I think sorry, I think I have forgot to cover this other topic, that is uh, feature and the feature related to payroll area. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so let me first cover this one. I think in today's class it will be little difficult.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think
We
we
are running out
can
of
do
time.
that
Yeah.
then. Yeah.
Okay, so just let me explain you as a theoretically. So we will configure it in
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow class. So feature is basically it is used to default the values. Okay, for
Okay.
suppose I have the employees who's belonging to personal area and this location, this person's area, they will be having
Mm-hmm.
a default payroll area as a LA. Okay. And someone is
Mm-hmm.
belonging to another personal area, they will be having a default payroll area as a LB. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
what we do basically, feature is basically used to default the value. So here you can see for payroll area we have a AVKRS feature. Okay, for defining the personal number range under personal administration we have a numkr feature. Okay,
Mm.
for defaulting the administrator groups we have a feature called pinch. So in this employee, for this employee you are saying this group is coming. Okay, so this group is basically coming because of we have defaulted this administrator group for this personal area and this personal sub area. So who the employee whoever is belonging to this personal area, he will be having a default feature as a default administrator group as LAL. Okay, similarly those employees having this personal area and sub area, they will be having this payroll area as LA. Okay, so we don't need to maintain these things from our end. The system will automatically pick up these value due to these features, various features. Okay, and
Okay.
so and to in order to go to the features, we have a transaction called PE03, and here we can give the feature name. Okay. So do you have any doubts? Because it's
What
last.
was the transaction code? PE03.
Yeah, let me type it here as well. PE03. Okay.
Okay.
So what we will do, we will cover this topic feature and the administrator group in tomorrow class. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
if time permits, we will go to another topic as personal number ranges. Basically, what we
Yeah.
have done in the OM, we have given the number ranges for for our object
Mm-hmm.
types. Here in the personal
Yeah.
administration, we will give the number range for our employee. So the employee which we are hiring, what number range we want to set up. Suppose for we are hiring for the Aligarh location for personal area Aligarh, the employees which